Hello, Internet. Long time no see. How you been? I've been alright. Doing things a little bit differently. Got some new technology today. Thought maybe I'd show it off. See what you think of it. Try test it out a little bit. Work out the kinks. Hopefully our audio settings are still good from last season. So I'm not yelling at you yet. We'll find out. I've got a testing room set up. Radar's in the studio today. Hello, Radar. Out there on the couch. If you turn that way, you should be able to see him. Over here's the TV. I don't know. How's it look? Pull up the preview here. Kind of running on the same machine that we ran on before, but this go around, trying to offer a bit of a full perspective view, I guess we call that. 360 degree look into our world. I think. I hope. I don't know. I'll pull it up on my phone here. Take a look. It sounds like it's broadcasting well. It's doing that old jet taking off impression. We remember that from last season. Maybe. Did you like that logo? It's pretty cool, right? You like that? Little Ben Live here. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat little text. Yeah? I like that. If you're familiar with the program, you know that we work on the lean and agile approach. So we've got something viable running. Inherited that from the first season. But we are on the 0.2 iteration. It's going to be a second season, not season 2. We don't really think that last season was season 1. Just kind of an experimental run through. Similar to what we're doing today. I don't know. What do you think? Probably not the best resolution, I know. It's kind of a limiting factor in the technology right now. Um, Broadcasting a steady 15 frames per second. But we're holding good at 4000K. Not really trying to boost it any more than what the camera's putting out. So we'll work on that and see what kind of optimal settings. That's what today's about. Just getting the point A to point B delivery process worked out. So, yeah. Pull it up here. I'll show you the little headset that I got. This guy. Nothing fancy. This isn't one of your, expensive PC rigs. That obviously would not run on, on this computer. Certainly not while we're doing this. But this is just, is it $50 at Walmart sort of thing? It's essentially a Google Cardboard, but molded plastic. Helps us to view our content. Go and jump in, right? So I want to view this in my app. YouTube's. I mean, really, I think, is a Facebook issue more than anything. Alright. So while I try to pull this up here, I recommend if you have a phone and a cardboard setup or similar sort of thing, just pull us up on the YouTube. Seeing the easiest way to do that. And I haven't done this in a while. They probably don't even cover the Ben Lives right now. Got some Twitter activity. We like that. Thank you. Some retweeting going on. So sorry if this isn't the most action-packed, intense experience. Been working on putting together some technology and figuring out how we were going to deliver this content before the ability to create it arrived. So now I don't have to be so caught up in the nerd side of it, and I can just enjoy this bit, right? We make stuff now. Put it on the internet. Don't know how to watch it in here. I gotta maybe go wander into the viewing room and see what it looks like here in a second. Not even watching the YouTube page. Probably just sitting here talking to myself, but I mean, this will be in persistence on the internet because this is our first go in 360 degrees. This is going to be the new internet. This is the next one, next iteration. I've been working with React VR. If you're into front-end engineering, software engineers in general, web developers, I recommend you take a look at it. Especially if you're familiar with React already, you'll probably blow right past me. But yeah, React VR. I think it was Tuesday that came out. If you go right now, go to benlive.tv. There's a big old question mark, VR question. If you click on that, you will be in the VR web. There's a virtual reality page. Eventually that's going to take over the main page. Right now it's just kind of a place to go to. You can see the current iteration there as well. I don't even think I pushed the content that I worked on this morning. I had an image and some other things this morning, but so it's probably just what I had last night. And then today, switched over, do some graphics stuff today. Because we knew, it was going to be possible to make this happen. So, look at Radar. I like the radars over there. That's pretty cool. Your pig's on the other couch, buddy. Alright, I'm going to put that logo up there again. Let you guys enjoy that, because I want to see what that looks like in the viewing room. So, I'm going to take this and this is just iPhone 5 and the, plastic version of Google Cardboard. Nothing fancy. This is what we're talking about. We're doing a very accessible, low budget what can we do today in 360 degrees, virtual reality, content, interaction, what's possible already. And maybe that'll help get you excited about the future. So take it all in, walk around the room. I'm going to come around here a little bit. Now I'm going to go in the viewing room and I'm going to take a look at this real quick. I will be right back. In fact, I'm just going to leave you on live audio. Okay. Should probably be more careful where I walk, huh? This is a walking room. Full on, sorry. I want to walk right into you. Yeah, so I have us pulled up now on the YouTube app. If you just do a search for Ben Live second season, that'll bring it up. Ben Live second season in your YouTube app. And then you can bring it up with your sort of Google Cardboardy view like that, right? And you'll probably have your headphones in so you can hear it, but I know what I'm saying, so I'm not going to worry about that. I just have it muted so we'll avoid the pain of audio considerations there, right? And let's see, let's get this guy in there, close it up, and let's take a look. Alright, wow, it's like I'm sitting in my living room. Definitely could use some more resolution, sure. I think that Nokia Ozo would make this a little bit more fun. Even just a more powerful computer, I think, is going to help us out there. And I also, yeah, I can't forget I'm using the low rung as far as VR headsets go. Right now, I'm not sure what it's like trying to watch the live feeds, the YouTube live feeds on the actual setups, but we're building to that. That's all part of the plan. Just gonna start out with what's accessible and grow from there. So right now, it's really not too much to get a hold of some sort of cardboard setup. You can get $20 deals on the Amazons, or, you know, like I said, the $50. This is a 360 Fly brand for using their camera. We're not using their camera today, though. We're just using their viewer. Sorry, guys. But it still works. That's pretty cool. I don't know. I think it's neat. I just like looking at that little graphic there. Ben Live. Look at that. It's a neat trick. How's my logo down there? Ben Live, 360-degree VR content. Cool. A little bit hard to read. Mostly good. Good circle. Oh, that's not confusing at all when I see Radar go by on the video, but he's not really there in real life because I hear him over here. That's not a surreal experience. Oh, wow. And now you can just watch me. If I sit here long enough, I bet I'll put the headset on. Let's see what happens. Oh, yep. There he goes. There he goes. That is a meta experience if I've ever seen one. Just on the internet live, watching myself on the internet live, but we're doing it in an immersive VR way now. Ah, seems like a thing to do, right? Seems fun. Not sure how well you're going to be able to see it or how well I'm even going to be able to run it, but I can bring up the React VR webpage for you. If you'd like to take a look at that, if you're into that. It's kind of nerdy, I know, but that is what I do now. If you watched Ben Live last season, that was kind of the whole point, was that one day the goal would be that I would be coding in my day job, not just hanging out coding screencasts and ranting about things on the internet, you know, just actually doing it for a living. So now we're going to grow from there. Now that I get to do that, we're going to see what kind of better content can be produced and captured, and maybe try to keep up with emerging technology a little bit better than I was doing in the service industry subservience that, you know, fans of the show will know and love and remember. Isn't that right, Radar? You remember the olden days of Ben Live, huh? Yeah? You remember the first season? Oh, that first season. It's okay. This time we're going to do things differently. Generally going to have a bit of a more structured approach, but today, obviously, got the camera, had to start doing something. So, you know, took some stills to see the high-end quality. I'm going to do some editing, you know, see what I can do with that. Maybe a little more content grab. And if you're familiar with React VR, or pretty much any web VR platform, I'm sure, then you're familiar with the term Pano. So I will be creating many a Pano. You know, you can probably do that now with a fancy phone. You can create a good amount of Panos, and it might be worth going ahead and doing that. Just have that content ready. I guess it's happening. Like, this is real. You know, if you're old like me, you remember when VR tried back in the 90s, but this is a real go. So I'll just show you, you know, what I have as I have it. As I get the better stuff, you'll see the better stuff. We'll do better things. Get the better computer. We'll have the better broadcasts, you know, all that fun stuff. Probably not going to make it to the Nokia Ozo level, you know. Not anytime in the in this studio. I don't think this studio's cut out for that. But hey, who knows, right? It's the whole internet that needs to be rebuilt. Whole brand new internet to build. So, gonna need people to do that. You can see the screen over here, so let me go ahead and pull up. This is gonna be putting it through its paces. So let's bring the old Ben Live. I'm sorry, that's the links are probably old. They all point to the old feed. Today is I had to set up a new event to, you know, coordinate this new settings and ingestion and whatnot in the feed. But it seems to be working, right? I went to the viewing room and I was looking in the 360 and I looked at it through here. So that's happening. We are broadcasting 360 degrees right now, live on the internet, and it's 2016. It is still 2016. Got it in here before the buzzer. So let's throw the VR on the screen, run down here and put it in full screen for you. Because it's going to be low res, especially if you're in the headset. It's going to be really difficult for you to see, and I can already tell on the readout. Yeah. Oh, high encoding warning. You don't say. Okay. Yeah. So it's gonna be a no-go. It's gonna be a no-go on the preview here, but you can see this is a little VR Move About 360 experience. Well, as you can't see because the encoding is dropping out as I do it. Let's go ahead and end that. So you're just gonna have to do it yourselves. You're just gonna have to go on a device. I don't know. We used the iPhone 4S earlier. So an iPhone 4S, I believe we were in Safari. Generally, I think Chrome is going to work across the board for you though. 4S. That's not even running the new iOS, and that worked with React VR. So go to benlive.tv, click on the big VR question mark button, and you will see a virtual reality website. It's all built with JavaScript mostly, and that's what React runs on. It's running on Node. And it's there. It's real. 2016. This is real life. Coded from, this house in St. Augustine. That's that bedroom down the hallway that you might remember. I don't know. We'll probably be back in there again soon. Might have some plans in store for that. We'll see. Right? Might do a little bit of, studio style makeover. Yeah, little studio makeover in the other room first. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. It's just gonna take time, one piece at a time. We'll get it together. We got a pretty good bit today, though, I think. I'm interested to see what the recording looks like. There are definitely some issues with latency. I don't know. Maybe the YouTube processing of the 360 has a lot more delay than the other one, regardless of the machine, but I'm sure this computer is a contributing factor. So it's on the whiteboard. There is a whiteboard. It's in the other room. There's a VR plan. You are seeing a pretty significant piece of it. Made a pretty good advance in the VR plan today. And by, getting into this world, stepping in. I don't have a Vive or a Rift or any of that stuff, In fact, if you're watching this and you have a Samsung Gear and you're running the Caramel browser preview, it'd be really cool if you checked out my VR site and let me know how that runs in the actual headset world. So far, every device I've tried it on, it works. I'm like tickled by this. This is not the standard experience. Anyone working in web development worlds knows that if you have a development preview package that you're running and you do a build on it, and there were some kinks in the system, don't get me wrong, I had to work some things out, but it is, once it was up there and running, every device is so far so good, and that's cool. So do some device testing for me if you don't mind, please. I'd love to know what platforms. I think most modern ones. I think everybody's ready to go. I think VR just kind of jumped out of nowhere on you because the open web architecture is pretty robust these days. WebGL's been there a while. WebVR is just right on top of it. So. I'm sorry if all this sounds like a bunch of nerd nonsense, but I promise you it's real words. I'm talking about real things. This is the next iteration of the internet. The new internet is here. It's going to be a virtual, augmented, mixed reality sort of thing. It's going to be a blended experience. I like the full immersion. I'm into that. I want to be here, hanging out and producing the content. I think that's fun. I think there's going to be a big area where it's just like, what do we do here, Upload VR and Nokia VR co-sponsored some talks last week. Alex Henning and Juan Centillion. Awesome 360 narrative and live production tips. I got a couple pages of notes. If you ask me, I'd be happy to share my notes with you. I got a couple pages from each night. But the videos, I'm sure they're on the YouTube still. They were recorded with the Ozo, so you're going to notice pretty high quality. They had, I think there were 7 cameras maybe. They had at least a handful of different cameras that each one is yeah, pretty significant investment. So, excuse me. Really good classes, really informative. Just content packed, you know. They went for I think about 60 minutes, about 30-minute question and answer afterwards, but just, you know, good stuff. The people who are already doing this is already happening. You know, there are major productions being made in 360 degrees. There are video games being developed. I mean, obviously, any new market, there's, you know, limited installs that you have to deal with. So, you know, and then you have a fan base of some of the most endearing critics in the world. So, obviously, like all new roads in technology, it's going to take some brave trailblazers to go ahead and run out ahead of other people with our plows and our shovels, and make it easy to use. You know, especially when you're dealing with the immersion experience. Like this content here, you know, we're running. I mean, I'm not even trying for more than 15 frames per second. So this is obviously not going to be something that I will get up and run around the room. We're not going to do that to you. But as things progress, you know, we'll see. I can do some more with the recorded stuff, I think. I haven't really done any recorded video, so don't know exactly what the quality is going to be like there. I just have the specs, and I've seen some stuff. It looks pretty good. I'm sure it's better than the live stream, obviously. So look for some packaged content coming. I think maybe with the 360, you know, the Ben Live is going to be more of a, you know, sometimes I'm live, but is what it is, right? Should be good though. Should be fun. I'm excited. I'm having fun. I like to have the new toy. I like to play with the new 360-degree camera. Like I was talking to Amanda earlier about, you know, this is a good 16 years or so that I've been into this video production stuff. So to be out here on the front lines and have the, you know, the first sort of generation of this new technology right here happening is pretty cool. I like it. So we're going to play with some stuff, do some experimental stuff, figure out how we can maybe get some interaction going. I don't know. Whole new world of internets to explore. And we're going to do that second season. Yeah, 360 degrees. Why not, right? So I'm going to throw that logo back up there. Maybe I'm going to roll some music and call it a night. I don't know. I'm interested to see what the quality's like when I play this one back and watch the, you know, the persistent version of it on the YouTubes. So, well, you know, leave your comments. Let me know. Obviously, I'm going to do what I can to improve it within my abilities. So, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking it out. I think the tech test went fairly well. I mean, hey, I brought it up. It happened. It worked. We're dealing with just the very basic entry-level, low-budget VR 360 content setup, and it's working. Live on the internet, still 2016 for at least a couple more weeks. So thanks for tuning in. Ben Live second season. It's happening. Bye, guys. I did by reason, so there will be more music coming. You won't have to listen to the same theme song. Sorry. What was I gonna do? There's only so many hours in a day, right?